Okay, American Idol fans, we're just a few days away from the finale of season 17. We know who the top three is. It's Alejandro, Laine, and Madison. And actually, all three of us here, Denton Davidson and Susan Wloszczyna and myself, we all think someone else is going to win. So I'm excited to see what your guys' reasons are. Maybe you'll convince me that I'm wrong and you're right. So Susan, who do you think will win and why?
I think Madison. I think she right now is at the point where potential is turning into real chops, and I think she maybe not. I was fearing hearing your song for the 8th millionth time in my life, but she made it a new song almost because she put a little more soul into it. So for those reasons, I am picking her.
Denton?
I have Laine winning. I think he's just been sort of the type of person that wins American Idol, I mean, all year long. And he's from the South. We know that people from the South win a lot. And I liked the fact that he sort of slowed things down on his performance on Sunday. I was ready to just tear him apart if he did another sort of rock song, but the way that he sort of slowed things down and did a couple more ballad-like things, I think he showed at least a little bit of diversity in his performances. So I think he's probably going to win.
Right? Doesn't it count?
Yeah, I mean, that counts for something. Yeah, I mean, it really does. I mean, this is not America's Best Singer. It's American Idol.
Well, I think Alejandro is going to win. And I mean, just look at the comments that pour in on our website and other websites. Look at the audience reaction when Alejandro made it through to the top three. There is serious love for this guy, and he's an artist. I mean, I know that we make fun of that term because they use it so much on American Idol, but he really is. And he's not just a singer. He's a really, really cool musician. He does the piano. He does the guitar like no one else I've ever heard. I think he has enough fans to push him through. But I mean, I really don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be. I mean, I think third? I don't even know.
I mean, I think Alejandro is definitely the most talented musician. I mean, we've seen that time and time again. I just don't know if the people that vote for American Idol are fans of that kind of music. And I do know that he has a passionate fan base of people who write these comments and all of that. But I mean, I don't know how wide his net goes as far as like age demographic and genre of music. That's why I think Laine is just sort of this typical universally enjoyed musician.
Could the
there has never been anyone like him that way? Like Blake Lewis would always do what do you call that?
The beatbox.
Yeah. And so he was sort of for that era doing something, arty.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked him, but I wouldn't want to hear that every day.
Could the two guys split the vote and help Madison win?
That could happen, sure.
Yeah, and she's the only pure singer left, so that's on her side as well. I mean, Laine and Alejandro aren't like shredding their vocals every night. I mean, she really lays it out there every time she sings. So for those American Idol purists out there, she would be the top choice.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of the finale, Susan, you just got the set list, the song list for who's singing what. Give us what are you looking forward to in terms of who's performing with which superstars?
Remind me when they were, because I can't call it up on my screen now.
Okay, I'll pull it up. But the one I remember off the top of my head is Jeremiah Lloyd Harmon is performing with Katy Perry.
Which will be interesting. And what is Unconditional? Whose song is it?
I believe it's hers, isn't it?
Is it?
Or
Okay.
am I wrong?
Well, I was thinking it was hers, but I had to write the item up. I didn't have time to do research. So that could be interesting. And I think people will enjoy hearing him again, you know, so.
Adam Lambert is performing Bohemian Rhapsody with Demetrius Graham.
That one is, you know, not my instinct to pair with on that song, but whatever.
They're probably going to have Demetrius try some sort of opera. That's what I'm guessing.
Oh, okay. It's an opera. That's right.
I feel like he was billed as the opera singer, but we never got to see him actually do that.
It was brief, and it was okay.
Yeah.
In terms of the finalists, Alejandro is performing something alone. We don't know what. It's probably going to be something original, I'm guessing.
I would think he might repeat one to make it a little more legit, you know.
Maybe
what he should do Bless or Over, because the background singers ruined it on his performance. I thought the band was terrible, and he should have done that by himself. So hopefully he does that, because that's what the fans wanted to hear, and I don't think we got the performance of that we deserved.
I think he should redo his audition song again. Remind me, has he done it again since then, or? I don't think he has.
I don't think so.
It was the song that, you know, people were calling the best audition of all time. So it'd be cool to see him do it live on the big stage.
So they announced all these collaborations, but are all of the finalists at least going to sing one song by themselves? I would imagine that should happen, right? I mean, they are still voting. This is still the competition.
Well, this is not the complete list. They're open to shifting things, so.
Right. I'm guessing the first hour is going to be the top three, and they're going to probably sing 2 songs each or something like that, maybe 3 songs each. And then I'm guessing the other 2 hours is going to be like a typical finale where you have all the, you know, the top 10 come back and perform. They're going to perform with Laine.
Okay. I didn't realize it was 3 hours long. I thought it was 2. Okay. Well, then there's time. There will be time.
Well, Paul wrote in his just speculation, I think, that during their hometown visit, they'll sing, obviously, alone. So that counts too.
Yeah.
And they always do around this time, like the judges pick a song, and they haven't done that yet. So maybe they're saving it for the finale.
Well, Bobby Bones got to pick songs, which really were so obvious, and they lasted, what, 10 seconds each? It was like, why are you doing this?
I did notice the songs were very, very short.
It was like a commercial, you know, length.
And then
they were like a minute 20 seconds or something like that.
Right, and then I would watch The Voice the next night, and those were like 3.5 minute songs. So I wonder why the Idol people don't get to perform, you know, the full version. So
there's too much video. Like, they just need to get to the performance. They need to allow longer performances and cut the prepackaged sob stories of them all crying about their grandmother.
Madison in the finale, she's singing with Dan and Shay. Alyssa Ragu is singing with Kane Brown.
Which is an odd choice. She's not a country singer.
Right. Oh, and speaking of country singers, where did it go?
Luke and Lacey are singing together.
Laine Hardy is performing with John Party.
Party with the Hardy.
See what they did there?
Party with the Hardy.
There you go. They just wanted to say that on air.
Luke Bryan is performing with Lacey K. Booth. I think that's a good duo.
I hope they don't do a love song. What is it?
They are. They're doing from what I read, they're doing the theme from Top Gun.
Oh, there.
Is that? Am I right? I think that's it. I think
they're singing "Knockin' Boots" and "Every Breath You Take."
Yeah, Every Breath You Take.
If you guys want the full list, go to goldderby.com. The full list is there. We just rattled off a few of them, but they're going to keep adding more. I mean, there's still a couple days left. We didn't really talk about the top 5 results with losing Lacey and losing Wade. I think Susan, what do you think?
Well, you just stopped for a bit, but I'm assuming you just want my opinion, which I will give.
Do you think America got it right?
Yeah, and I think Lacey, I thought she sang, I can't remember all the songs. Saturday Night is all right. It wasn't quite the right one. But the way they dressed her, it was, every time she came out, it was more bling, more crap in her hair. I'm like, just let her sing. She was pretty before. Why are you putting all this stuff on her? So.
I think they got it right. I mean, we probably forgot to mention it because it was what everyone expected to happen. I mean, there was zero surprise that those two were the two to go. So
you had how many winners of the prediction for readers? Like,
there were a lot of 100% this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Do you think they should retire the judges' save? I mean, no one that's ever been saved has won this season. I mean, it does keep them in the show another week or two, but I wonder if I mean, until someone actually wins that's been saved, I don't know if they should think about this.
I mean, to me, the save is worthless because you're right. I mean, by the time they use it, someone's been on the bottom, and the momentum rarely shifts enough to take them much further. I think maybe someone has survived a week or two if they've been saved early enough. But I miss the more dramatic eliminations. I mean, they used to sort of draw that out, and they'd sort of say the bottom 3 are these, or you 3 go over here and you 3 go over there, and who's on the bottom?
Yes, which one? Yeah.
Right. I mean, it just used to be a little more fun, and now
And
it's kind of.
they don't say dim the lights anymore either, do they?
He did say that at the
He did?
The elimination part. Kieran, dim the lights.
Yes.
I also missed the Save Me song where you know who the person is with the least amount of votes, and they get one song to convince the judges to save them. That's the proper way to use the save. And I think with this season where it's 2 going home each week, it's just too fast. Everything's going too fast.
Yeah.
I think what they should maybe do next season, because it has been renewed, is don't put so many people through to Hollywood. Like, only put like 75 people through. They could be a little bit more cutthroat. And then, the Hollywood rounds can be cut a little bit, and the Hawaii round can be cut. In other words, a lot of this early stuff can be shortened if they have less contestants to show us.
And and then get to the show faster and eliminate 1 a week instead of 2 a week.
Because the live shows, at least for me, those are my favorite parts. And I think we should have more live shows and less of the filler stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the people in the comments agree with all of us that the judges are just too nice.
I wrote that after the first show this season, because they don't want to hurt their feelings, but you know what? It hurts more if you're not telling them the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Me. At least that's what my parents told me. So.
And you can be honest without being, I mean, Simon's not even as mean as he used to be. I mean,
right.
I mean, you can still say, you were completely off key for the first verse, which is true for what I've seen many times this season. So
yeah, it's a problem that we're seeing across the board. Like, even on The Voice, that they're way too nice, and America's Got Talent, they're too nice. It's like we need an old, like, someone go in a time machine and bring Simon from 2002 into the future and just reinvent reality TV, because it's getting too saccharine. And
not only do they say nice things, but they give standing ovations away too willy-nilly. Like, they stand for everything. Standing ovation should be reserved for extraordinary performances that are abnormal, and they stand for anything that doesn't totally blow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's because Katie has to adjust herself. Otherwise, she'd be wiggling in the chair. So.
I guess we could end on this question. Do you hope all 3 judges return, or do you want a completely new lineup, or do you maybe want like 1 to return? Like, Susan, what do you think?
Well, in a way, I think they've meshed pretty well this season. I mean, I don't find them offensive at all. Maybe they, it's fine. But, it's only been 2 seasons. I mean, they should stay together at least maybe for 1 more. But my hope is like if they bring somebody like Bette Midler, who also has a sense of humor, but yet could be, blatantly honest about what's going on with their voices. So,
I've never even thought about her as a judge. She would be great because to fill the Lionel legendary seats. I feel like Luke doesn't always have anything to say, so I wouldn't be upset if he was replaced.
I think Katie is the best judge they've had since Simon. So I would like to see Katie again, but maybe the two guys could be swapped out. I would love to see someone like Adam Lambert come back, or a former winner. The Voice kind of has dibs on Kelly Clarkson, but Carrie Underwood, hello.
Well, she's going to be on the show.
Yeah, she's going to be in the finale. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks everyone for watching. It's going to be a really exciting 3 hours, and Denton's going to have a blast live blogging it the whole time.
It's going to be great.
You still have time to make your predictions at Gold Derby. Right now, people think Laine is going to win. So if you agree with that, go vote for Laine. If you think someone else, vote for them. And we'll see you after the finale.